So hey guys, Maris here from Practical Fitness. Those of you who's new to the channel, Practical Fitness is where I share my passion, my knowledge, my experience, as well as my research in fitness and in nutrition, and I put it in a very short and very easy to understand and follow along videos. And such as today's video, where I'm going to be talking about the actual water fast that I'm going to be doing for the next 3 weeks. Now, in my previous video, you can see it right here. I was talking about the preparation period for the water fasting, which I believe should be just about half of the time of the actual water fast that you intend to do, or maybe the third of the time. Myself, I've done half of the time. I've done 1.5 week of preparation, and I've done it in a 3 simple steps. So I reduced my calorie intake. You can see on the screen the meals, or more like the sizes of the meals that I was having, and I was having pretty much one meal a day. I would, like if I would still feel a little bit hungry, I would maybe add another apple or so. But other than that, that was pretty much my entire meal plan. And and I've done that for 1.5 week. And the goal for that was to actually get myself accustomed to eating a lot less than I usually would have been eating for 2 times or 3 times a day, as well as the frequency and the meal sizes. So I've reduced both. I reduced the sizes of the meals, as well as I reduced the times of the that I was having the meals. And even now, after eating last time, pretty much last night, 6 o'clock in the evening, I still don't feel hungry. So I think that worked out really well. Now, also because this channel is fitness related, and I'm working towards the body composition, this water fasting mostly is for the body composition. So I also suggested some people to do some exercising. And so I was doing my push-ups, which I love doing, and I've done some abs, sort of like a sit-ups, as well as the leg lifts, just for that V shape that like every man wants to have it on their body, as well as I think women, they love to see that in men's physique. Maybe, I don't know if there's any women watching this video. Please comment in the section below if you like that. Maybe I should increase it a little bit more, or like better it more, or maybe I should stop doing it at all. So that would be interesting to hear. As well as in the previous video, the last step was the getting a good rest, quality sleep in particular. Because if you do that one right, no matter if you dieting, if you water fasting, or if you in your gym routine, you can burn up to 50 and plus% more fat doing the same things, if to compare to if you would be sleep deprived. So try and have a good quality sleep. I did my best, yet because of the past few months in my life were really rough. I still kind of have difficulty falling asleep because of some thoughts in my mind. So I failed doing that, but I'm kind of getting there right now. So let's see what's going to happen within the next 3 weeks. So that's that. So that was my first video altogether in the YouTube. Those of you who watched it and subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Those of you who's watching this video right now, please join the team. Please subscribe to the channel. I promise you that my English will get better. I'm only just because of the camera shy. I tend to sort of like repeat things at some point, or my English would go broken and things like that. So this is gonna go away, and the videos will be a lot more enjoyable to watch. So please subscribe, please like my videos if you really do like them. Please comment your questions if you have any, or comment your feedback, or maybe you have some hate going on. So please bring it all on into the game. So I don't mind really. Also, I will leave my contact number. I will leave my contact email address so you can get in touch with me directly. I'm very responsive, so I will be responding to every single one of you before I get to the amount of, like subscribers or fans that I can't even manage to do it. Then I'm maybe starting to do YouTube lives and things like that. And now, when that is out of the way, let's talk about the actual water fast now. So now the first thing that we need is we need to actually, maybe let's start from measuring our weight. And now the weight loss should never be a goal of the water fast, but just for the curiosity, just to see how much weight I can lose, I'm gonna actually measure myself. And as you can see, I weigh just about 70 to 73 kilograms. Now I am expecting to lose around 4 to 5 kilograms. And some of that will unfortunately be muscle mass, because I'm going to be water fasting for 3 weeks, so that's not great. But in the way that this channel I'm trying to build from the ground up. So I'm trying to really kind of dismantle myself, as you wish, or really trim down, and then to build up and to show you the entire process so that you can learn and follow the same things. And before you follow any teachings or any instructions from my videos, please assist with your doctor, assist with your GP and your practitioner, just to make sure that because we're all different and all different people react to things differently. So whatever goes well for me, it might not go as well for you. So I don't want any of us get any sort of like health issues and things like that. So please consult with the doctor before following any advice. So that's that. Now, once we know our weight before, we might as well just take some pictures. Instead of taking pictures, I like to make videos. Now, right here, you can see how I looked 4 days ago. This right here is how I look right now after just 4 days of some meal select adjustments in a way that I reduced some meals, as well as I did some push-ups. There's not a big difference, but maybe you can just see some significant or maybe a little bit of improvement in my chest area, because I was doing pretty much between 3 to 400 push-ups a day, and that could have worked the magic. So that was it. And now in my next video, I'm gonna be posting the video about the water fasting benefits, as well as I'm gonna be updating you with the situation of what's going on after the first week of the water fast, and that will be posted on the next Monday. Like I'll be posting videos pretty much every Monday. If something happens and something goes wrong, then maybe Tuesdays. So now let's go to the shop, and I just came back really with this much of water. And that brings the question of how much water is okay to drink during the water fast. And in my opinion, as well as backed up with some professional doctors and medical professionals, that it should not pretty much be more than 2 liters per day, and not less, but never more than 2 liters a day, because this is more than enough to actually hydrate your body, as well as this is very optimal for you to not actually get dehydrated. Because what happens, there's a saying that the most dehydrated people are those who drink the most water. And the way it works is, if you dramatically increase your water intake, and let's say you drink a liter of water in 15, 20, 25 minutes, within the next the same amount of time, or maybe 1 hour, you will urinate almost twice more than that, and you'd actually end up losing water, and this is really something you don't want. So just 2 liters a day, and my suggestion on the pace, I would say maybe drink anywhere is great, just about 1 glass in an hour. And this is where you're gonna have sort of like 2 liters of water in the 8 hours window, which is perfect. So you'll be sort of like hydrating yourself every hour, and then your body doesn't need any more than that. And therefore, this is the perfect answer to your question, if you have one, which is how much water to drink during the water fast. 2 liters is more than just fine. So that's that. Now, in regards to physical activity, in my previous video, I told you that I'm going to explain it to you about the actual ketosis, what it is. So I'm going to try to do it in a very fast yet informative way, okay? And I will be giving some examples. So when we eat our food every day, okay, so whether there would be some bread, some rice, whatever, like some cookies, biscuits, or anything that has got carbohydrates in it. Carbohydrates, when we eat them inside our body, it's turned into the glucose. And those foods that consist of carbohydrates, they usually are quite tasty foods, and we do tend to overeat. So now any excess of the glucose will be turned into the glycogen, and it will be stored in our muscle cells, okay, just for the future needs, as well as for the explosive exercise, like activities such as exercising, lifting weights, or running sprint, or things like that. Now, and it gets it gets stored over there up to 2000 calories. Now, ketosis, what the ketosis is the body's ability to actually use the fat instead of the glucose as a source of fuel. Now, for us to get to ketosis, we actually need to deplete our entire reserves of the glucose So that's why in my previous video I was asking you to concentrate on only consisting fats or healthy fats as well as the proteins. So now when we did that in the preparation, so like a phase of the water fast, we depleted our glucose, so like storage, and if there's any glucose left, that will go very quickly because we're not eating any food and we're not getting any glucose anymore. As well as if our body will still need some of that energy, being desperate, it will take it from the muscle cells. It will take that glycogen and it will turn it back into the glucose, and it will give that energy to our body. Now once that is gone, our body will be forced to open the fat reserves and start to make ketone bodies in our liver, making them from the fat and giving it to our body as a fuel as well as for our brain. And that is where the magic starts to happen. This is where you become a fat burning machine. You can hear this phrase everywhere, people trying to sell their courses and things like that, but the information that they're trying to sell you is as simple as that. You deplete your carbohydrates, which is glucose, you deplete whatever the glucose left in the form of glycogen, and then your body will automatically start to use the fat that you have stored for so many years, maybe even for the first time in your life, no matter how old you are. Maybe for the first time in your life, your body will start using the fat as the energy fuel, and that is an amazing event to happen in your body. And that is why I ask you to concentrate on the foods such as proteins and fats, because sometimes not everyone will be as crazy as I am. My ex-girlfriend, unfortunately, she kept telling me that I always go for the extreme things, but it's just me. I can't change that. And so not every single one of you will be able to water fast for 21 days or so. Some of you will be water fasting maybe for 6 or 7 days, or maybe 5 or even less. But for your body to deplete itself from any of the glucose, you need at least 2 to 3 days. So if you listen to my advice with the nutrition sort of like directions, then you would have depleted your glucose levels as well as the glycogen levels to the point where almost at the beginning of your water fast you enter ketosis, and you start to use your fat as the energy source, and you want to stay in this ketosis for as long as possible. So if you're fasting for 7 days, you want to pretty much start from the very beginning being in the ketosis already. Now, right here, I have this urination test for the to sort of like track how many ketones you have in your body, and this is a good. This is very more like to give yourself an excitement to see that whatever the information that you know that it's actually happening. So you can do this, but I would suggest you do that not in the morning, but maybe later in the day, because in the mornings it's not going to be very accurate, and it's a lot more accurate starting from the middle of the day and going anywhere further. So that's a great way to actually um, measure your ketone levels. So this much about ketosis. You can find out so much more information about that, but really is just that you need to know that the sweet foods, the sugary foods, the carbohydrate foods makes the glucose, which is the primary source of our body, and any other foods or any fat that you eat, and there's lots of fat that we eat, some good, some bad, it will be stored in the fat reserves, and it will never be used as an energy source before you get rid of the glucose. It is as simple as that. So I think this is the most simple way to describe the ketosis. So now that we know what the ketosis is, and the next thing what we need to do, we have our water, we know what the ketosis is, we start to measure our ketone levels. Now, another advice I will give you is do not stay very static. I will be still doing my walking routine, and I will not do it lightly. I will be walking pretty much around 5 miles in the morning and 5 miles in the evening. And while walking, I will be using this app that you can see right now. It's the Audible app, and I will be listening to some audiobooks, which is I love doing that because it just just walking around is very boring. But if you listen to something which is really some books, whatever you like listening to. But myself, I'm very much into self-development, so I have got a couple of books. Right now is not very deep level self-development. It's more like about how to quit smoking, because I'm still a heavy smoker, as well as how to sort of like grow your YouTube channel. I'm very new to the YouTube, and I hope you guys gonna help me with that as well. So I'll be listening to these two books in particular. This is gonna take me literally about, I would say, 5 to 10 days to complete both of these books. I will also be doing some online video courses on video editing, so these videos will not be as boring as they are right now, and I'm sorry they are, and you have to go through this, and I can see it's already 15 minutes. So, that's going to be my routine in regards to the brain sort of like activity as well as the physical activity. Because what happens when your body breaks the fat now, because you're in ketosis, when it breaks the fat to turn it into the energy, you need to make sure that you're going to use that energy, so your body keeps breaking that fat, keeps digging into those fat reserves, so that finally the sit-ups that you were doing, thousands of sit-ups or whatever the exercises you were doing, will start to finally bring the muscles up that you have developed, but you're not sure yet because you haven't seen it, because it was hiding between the two levels, which one of them is the fat and then the next one is the water retention, which water fasting will also help you to reduce. And by the end of your water fast, you should now start to see some body composition of yours. And when that happens, you will fall in love with yourself, and you will be so much more strict with the food that you take and with the actual diet that you're actually following, or either that would be the water fasting that you're following, and that will help you to actually stay in the game and not fail. Now, also the water, when you get the water, I would like you to get the water all the way in advance and not go in the middle of the actual water fasting, not going to the grocery store to get some more water because you run out, because that just gives the temptation another chance to actually ruin your water fasting and make you fail your water fast. And apart from that, that would be pretty much it for today's video. Now, those of you who's new to the channel or those of you who's already subscribed, please mind me making these videos about the water fast. It's just a short 4, 5, 6 videos water fasting series which I want to make, and then I will be, the moment this COVID-19 is going to go away, the moment we will be able to travel there and back and forth back to my country and come back to London and so on and so forth, I will be making more videos from the gym. I will be making more videos from the field, going around places and then teaching you more about the muscle growth and how to build muscles and things like that. So please be patient with me. Please be patient with my English being broken because I'm still very camera shy. Please be patient with me having to film this in my room in the green screen and putting the artificial sort of like a background. It's just my landlord does not allow me to film in the house, so I kind of have to stay like hidden in these creative sort of like backgrounds. So, and then like if you like the content, and if you into the weight loss or more like fat loss, into healthy living and then well-being and the fitness, please do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel. This is really gonna support me. It's really gonna encourage me to make more videos. Ask any questions or suggest me what kind of videos you would like me to sort of like make about, and then I hope to very shortly see you in my subscribers list. Hit the subscribe button, like the video if you did, ask your questions. Remember, I have my contact details. You can get in touch with me any day, anytime. If you have any complications, if you have any questions in regards to the videos that I made about, or maybe some other things that I didn't even mention just yet, you can ask me anytime, and within, I would say, hours, I will get back to you with the reply of mine best way I can. So in the meantime, please stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in the next one.